welcome back to my channel. I'll be doing my first in-depth walk through a makeup tutorial, and I will be trying out Unrecognizable makeup, which has been trending all over TikTok. I'm actually going to be following tutorials that I found on TikTok, so let's get into this look together. Starting off with the eyebrows, I'm going to take my Rare Beauty eyebrow gel and put that in my eyebrows, kind of like this. Spread the product around. Am I running out? God, I just went to Sephora today. Could have picked it up. I'm just going to place them where I want them to be. So this is where you can decide if you want like fluffy eyebrows and more laminated look. I just kind of go for something that's a little natural. Not going to color them in. I'm not a pro at it. I'm honestly trying to get better. Today is just one of those days where I don't feel like filling them in. After the glue dries, this would be the time for you to fill in your eyebrows. I'm going to take the One Size Secure the Sweat primer and let that soak into my skin a little bit. If I rush this product, then my foundation starts separating a little bit. I use this primer everywhere because it really ensures that my makeup stays on all day. All the tutorials I've been watching, they do their face first and then they move on to the eyes, but I have really sensitive eyes that water so quickly. I'm gonna start with my eyes. Prime my eyes with the Born This Way concealer in the shade Natural Beige and blend it out, and then I'm gonna set it with some translucent powder. I'm just going to set it. Eyeshadow for this look isn't super crazy. I'm going to take my Patricia Major Dimensions 3 palette and I'm going to take this middle shade right here to just start adding it to the outer corner of my eye and just really blending it out. Sometimes when I feel like I've just put too much powder, I take a fluffier brush and just start buffing it out a little bit, because I definitely think I put way too much of that powder, and softening the edges a little to tone that color down. Take this next shade over to like the inner part of my eye, just like right here, and just kind of blend those two colors together. And I'm going to take that big fluffy brush again and just blend out all of the edges. I'm going to mix these two shades together. Get a flat brush, twist it up, and kind of focus it right here. Just to like brighten up the inner corner a little bit. And I'm also going to take that same combination and just put it right under my brow a little bit. Eyeshadow in this look isn't super important. What's more important is the eyeliner, which we are going to move on to next. Start off with doing the wing using the black eyeshadow that is in this palette. Rest in peace to my dark brown line. Start doing like a shadow wing. And my eyes always water when I do eyeliner. So this is why I do eyes first. I can't risk like messing up my face makeup because of how watery my eyes get whenever I get close to them. Honestly, it was one of the biggest problems during my wedding. My makeup artist and I, God bless her soul, she did my eyes first for most of my makeup looks, and even if I did tear up while doing the eyeliner or anything, she just knew how to fix my makeup so perfectly. I have ruined quite a lot of makeup looks with all the freaking crying. Okay, I want to say this is pretty good for a shadowing. Now to just copy paste it to the other eye. I always keep Q-tips handy to just kind of like clean up the edges while I'm doing the eyeliner. And I'm not taking this eyeliner all the way to the inside. I'm just kind of leaving it to this half of the eye, like the outer half. I'm taking the gel black and I'm just deepening the black like really close to my lash line. This part is optional. I just like it when my black eyeliner is really black. Smudge that gel and eyeshadow kind of together. The finished top eyeliner. I always sound so stuffy because my eyes get so watery, then it makes my sinuses go a little crazy. Really easy for some of y'all, but this is actually harder for me to do than winged liner. I'm going to take black pencil eyeliner, and you want to literally line all around your eye. And this is when I started crying. I only had to go to the bathroom and do my eyeliner in the dark because my eyes were getting sensitive to the light. They were getting sensitive to the eyeliner pencil, and I just had to do this off camera. But this is the finished eye look, and now I'm gonna move on to the face. I go in with my Say Sun Glow and just kind of put that all over. Go ahead and go in with my foundation. If you have acne right now and you want this look to be so completely flawless, I would recommend going in with the concealer right now and just spot concealing some of the areas on your face. And with Haus Labs foundation and the Fenty Soft Matte Foundation. I am shade 290, and in Haus Labs I am shade 260. To combine both of these foundations together because the Haus Labs one is a little more olive undertone. The Fenty foundations do show a little yellow on me, so I don't like to always go in with just that foundation, but I absolutely love the finish of the Soft Matte Foundation. It's literally, I think this is my third bottle that I've purchased in my life. It's a foundation that I have purchased so many times since 2017. Mix it on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna put whatever was on my finger. I actually like to take my foundation brush and buff the product into the brush and evenly coat the brush, and then I go in and pat it into my face like this. Just the combination of these two foundations is just so beautiful. My Huda Beauty color corrector in the shade Peach, and just putting it underneath my eyes. Really the only place that I like to color correct. Set on my skin a little bit to kind of dry down and be a little bit more full coverage. During that process, I will take my Merit Beauty bronzer and place where I want to bronze up my face a little bit. This is a lot different than where I usually place contour and bronzer. I usually come all the way down here, but this look is very bronzy, not as much contour, so I don't want to shape my face really, and I want to focus the bronzer on like where the sun would hit me, buff it upwards rather than trying to shape out my cheeks. Kind of like where you would put your blush. I know I've never put bronzer in this area of my face, so you really just want to put the bronzer here and focus it really on like the perimeter of your face. I don't do too much when it comes to like cream bronzers or contours, the territory that's kind of new to me, so this is good enough for me. I will always go in with a powder bronzer to kind of bring the look together. And out this color corrector that is underneath my eyes with blush, and this is really exciting, but I got the new Patrick Ta blush, and she goes to the gym. I also got the new Precision blush brush because I personally feel like the old one is like massive. So this look has a pretty pink blush color, which surprised me a little bit. I honestly thought Unrecognizable makeup was going to have real blonding type blushes. This is the shade. She goes to the gym. This is the old brush and this is a new one. The size difference is kind of crazy. And for the powder side, I am not that good at his cream over powder technique. Dip into the cream and just apply. I instantly love this blush brush more than the original. I feel like for blush, that was just a little too big. I feel like I was just putting on too much product, but I am kind of gonna go in with the old one and just kind of blend the edges out with and that's the cream. Oh, it looks beautiful. I think this shade isn't super scary for beginners. It is pigmented, but it's just so natural. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous. If you are a brown girl and you have a similar skin tone as me, or if you have olive undertones, this is a perfect blush for you. Finally getting into my concealer. I feel like my looks never look complete until I get to the concealer part. Too Faced Born This Way concealer, but in the shade light beige. And put that underneath my eye on the outer corner. Here. And this one's like a little, okay. Put it on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. To make your looks last, I recommend going in with some sort of like setting spray. There's a couple that I recommend actually. I use the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. If you're sensitive to like fragrance, I wouldn't recommend this one. The Milk Hydro Grip spray or mist is really good as well. MAC Fix Plus is really great, and then Charlotte Tilbury setting spray is also really good to use. I just ran out of both of those. I always start with my chin, leaving my under eyes just more time to dry down a little bit, increasing the coverage of the concealer. I always keep my foundation brush handy to kind of blend the edges of the concealer into my foundation, my under eyes. Blend out your concealer while following your eyeliner, and it's just going to look so cohesive and just so sharp and lifted. So necessary to use the foundation brush to kind of blend the concealer in with the blush and blend the sides in with the foundation. This is what I mean. So like right now you can kind of see a line. My eyes look so red. Oh my god. Okay, you can kind of see a line between like the blush and the concealer. It's not blended super well. You can just take your foundation brush and tap where those two products meet to marry them together. Before I go in with any loose powders in baking, I always set my face with a little bit of pressed powder, mostly underneath my eyes. And I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm in the shade medium 2. Places where you get oily the fastest and wherever you kind of want to bake. So for me, that's always underneath my eyes. I set my smile lines a little bit of my forehead because I get shiny there the fastest, and then down my nose. For loose powder, I have 2 different shades and they serve their own purposes. I have the Huda Beauty Peach Pie shade, and I also have the Cherry Blossom Cake. So one's a little more pink, one's a little bit more orange. I take Cherry Blossom Cake and I use that only under my eyes, the powder. There's so much on here. I tap it off a little bit, kind of push it in to the powder puff, and I go ahead and just place it under my eye, flip the powder puff to the other side. The peach pie, I actually like to kind of carve out my face a little bit. So I take it right here underneath the bronzer a little bit, just to carve out the jawline a little. And then I press it into my smile lines, take a little bit on my forehead. And the reason I don't use Cherry Blossom to do this is because that one is like white pink, so it's like translucent with a little bit of pink, and I find that that is a little too bright for the rest of my face, whereas Peach Pie is like if translucent powder was mixed with like a little bit of orange, which for my undertones and my skin tone just works so much better. People are doing this trend a little differently. Some people do like a very bronzy heavy look, while others are doing like a more blush heavy look. I'm gonna try to do a medium. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty bronzer, and I'm going to, where we just put the cream bronzer, and focus it right there. I usually come like all the way down here with my bronzer, but I'm really focusing it where we put the cream. Powder has been baking for quite some time. I'm just going to kind of dust it away, tap it into my skin a little. I'm gonna take a more precise one for under the eyes and really tap that powder in. Get back in with the blush, and I'm going to take the powder side, like 2 taps on the powder side, and look how much comes up. Oh my god, you have to be really careful. And I'm just going to dust it on my face. Oh my lord, the shade is so pretty. I'm gonna take the big one and just kind of buff it all in there. Maybe I like both of the brushes. Maybe that's what it is. Just kind of like blending everything together and making it look really seamless. In this unrecognizable makeup, or in makeup in general, or on TikTok, I feel like nobody does powder highlight anymore. Everyone does creams and they love their illuminating drops, whatever it is. I just never got out of 2016 makeup, so I will always do powder highlight. Take this more like pinky shade in the Hourglass Evil Eye Ambient palette, this one, and put it right on top of the blush. To wrap this entire look up, we still have some mascara left. Why I do my mascara last is because I do my eyes first. And if I did my eyes first and I did mascara, then I would have such a hard time putting concealer under my eyes. I water like hell when I'm curling my eyelashes. Those things where I'm just gonna have to do this off camera, or else I'm going to ruin my whole entire makeup look. These are the eyes with mascara. And there's no false eyelashes. This mascara from Estee Lauder is literally my secret to full glam if you don't like lashes. This is MAC Fix Plus in the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray bottle, because I hate the MAC Fix Plus bottle and I forgot that I actually had this. So I'm going to spray that. I forgot about lips. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Lifter liner in the shade Big Lift and just line my lips. Maybe it's a little too dark. Lip Lab, which kind of looks like the packaging of that lip liner. Not really loving this lip combo, so I'm gonna wipe off some of it. The Beauty gloss in the shade Bombshell. Finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed my recreation of the unrecognizable makeup trend. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more makeup recreation looks.